All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. Just give me a moment, making sure that we are live and the audio is on, which I don't doubt that we're not, but we just got to make sure. Making sure. Okay. All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakah, Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect in 1/3, pushing us 100% truth across the four winds so we can seal the elect and make it to the kingdom. Okay, this is not going to be a long lesson through the Spirit, but I just came across a few articles, I want to say yesterday night and also in the day. And just what I saw, with a spiritual eye, you can see that these things are leading up to major prophecies, that are getting ready to come to pass. And that's why I entitled this lesson, The Necessary Steps to Prophecy. Okay. And that's one thing that we have to understand. All right, with speaking about prophecy, is there in particular things that have to happen to allow these prophecies to play out. Like there's got to be rumors before war. And actually, let's share the screen and we can get Matthew's 24. But before we go there, let's read this real quick. This is Habakkuk 2 and 2. It says, I'll start at 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower and will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord, Yahweh Bashem El Shai, answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Okay, the vision is for an appointed time. You have to look at the vision of prophecy, if you will, like a beautiful portrait. Now, a portrait or a masterpiece, it can't be seen right away. Like you actually have this paint style. I've seen it before, and some of you brothers might be familiar. Like it'll be like on America's Got Talent show or something, and this guy, he's like painting something, and he's going really fast, and it doesn't look like anything, and then he spins it around, and it's this masterpiece. But that's the thing. Like right now, say in your walk, you've told someone. And I'm not advising you just walk around telling people, you don't cast your pearls among swine. But we've had times where we may have said something to someone, or let's just say we've heard people say, people say like, well, they say the world's been ending forever now. People kind of have that mindset, which is fine, but that's why it says it's for an appointed time. You see, we're watching the necessary steps to lead up to major prophecies. You see, we understand there's things that have to shift to really see an embarking on Revelations 13 and 16. Like we're not just going to wake up and everyone's walking around with the mark. Things got to happen that are going to lead up to people wanting to accept it. You see, so it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. So what they say, let my work speak for itself. So we're in a time where prophecy is speaking for itself, because we're witnessing the necessary steps that are leading up to these prophecies. This is why we go into certain articles. This is why there's certain things that are brought out, because it's like if you have the spiritual eye, you can see what this is going to lead to. You can see the snowball effect taking effect. Okay. And it says, it shall speak and not lie. Now, why won't it lie? Because what was told before it shall speak, was told by the prophets through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem El Shai. So, in essence, these prophecies, okay, that we are prophesizing that necessarily hasn't came to pass, well, to the world, it's a secret, okay, but it's been given to us. Real quick, just a quick one. Like I said, I'm not making this too long, but it was on my spirit to do this lesson. And Lord's will, I actually can do another one. I just wanted to get this point out. Sometimes that's kind of how the spirit will work, where it just kind of gives you, you have a point to make. This is Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Okay. And then what should come to mind, James? What's at the 5th chapter? Take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai. See? So going back, it says Habakkuk 2 and 3. Though it tarry, right? People say, well, you told me, hey, listen, hey, the time that we are on is different from the Most High. So, all right, I didn't say a specific time, hour, or day. All right, the Bible says there's a specific time, hour, day that no man knoweth. Okay, but the Father only. So it is tarrying, but if you look at it, if you don't know the exact day, it's not tearing, okay? But we get, what it means why it's tearing, because once you learn this prophecies and the truth, you're like, man, I would love to see it come to pass, because what? I'm ready to go home. I've been saying that a lot. I've been saying that more than a little bit. I'm just ready to go home, But we understand what's got to play out for us to get home, okay? And that's another thing. If you got your eyes on our land that the Gentiles have trodden down, all right, there's a lot of commotion going on over there. So there's a lot of things that are happening, okay, that are leading up to a major prophetic events. But some people may feel like it's tearing, all right, but it's not, okay. It's taking the necessary time, steps, and placement to lead to a much greater event. It says, though it tarry, wait for it. So even if you feel like you've been waiting, wait some more. All right. And then if you waited some more, pray for patience to wait again. You see, and it's worth the wait. Okay. And it says, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now, I said all that, okay, to say this. So I was um, going around doing my normal, looking this and looking that, and that's just one thing through the spirit, which the Wadi Al Basham Al Shai, that's what I like to do. I like to just look. I like to actually try to, look for things that have some substance. Even when I watch a movie, I'm really watching it to pull something out of it. I'm not just watching Are We There Yet with Ice Cube? I actually sit down and, I'll watch certain movies multiple times because they're edifying, pertaining to, what we're involved in. Okay. And that's what? Hasting the coming of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you see? So, as you see, this is something which you should be familiar with. But what's beautiful about this is now, and I just did a lesson on this through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai less than a month ago, when they opened up Amazon Palm Pay in Seattle. But lo and behold, not even a month later, now Amazon Palm Payment, Palm Pay Go, Palm Pay system, however you say it, paying by biometrics, okay, has now opened up in the Big Apple, okay? So this is yet again, excuse me, another necessary step to prophecy, okay? Because we could use these articles, but if they're really not pushing it, then what is the point? But what we're showing through the spirit is these things, okay, this biometric payment is silently being pushed up throughout Babylon, all right? And that's leading to what? Buying and selling, all right, with their hand, man, okay? This is biometric payment, and this is, you're getting ready to see Revelations 13 kick into high gear, okay? And matter of fact, we'll click on, let's see, which one do we want? Because sometimes, depending on the article, you'll get better information. All right, so you know what? Let's do the first one, retail customer experience. Now, I have 2 articles to show, maybe even 3. All right, these are just showing you this is a necessary step to Revelations 13, because like I said, you're not just gonna have one day people using dollars and throwing money, and then out of nowhere they go into the store that yesterday they paid with cash, then they go in today and it's like, nope, sorry, you need your palm. No, things are going to have to play out. The dollar is going to have to lose value, like this right here. Okay. The stock market is going to have to, there's things that are going to have to take place. And guess what? These things are happening. US dollar losing its reserve currency luster as greenbacks. Legendary investor Stanley Druckenmiller. I am comfortable with the dollar losing reserve currency status. This is 1 hour ago. You see, under what? The guise of Bitcoin, which that was just a Trojan horse to get you comfortable with digital currency to switch it over to you know what. So these are necessary steps, as you see, that have to happen. Okay, you have to have rumors before you have war. All right, so and this is why I'm pulling these in particular articles out to show you the point that I'm making. All right, so this is why it's beautiful, to watch these things. You shouldn't be looking like, why isn't nobody getting implanted, like, like which they are. But my point is, you shouldn't be looking up at for the nukes coming. What you should be looking for, is the signs that are going to lead up to that. Okay, and that's the rumors of war. That's the uproars of the people. So things are taking effect to lead to major prophecy. So this right here, okay, is going to lead to the prophecy in Revelations 13, as well as the dollar collapsing, as well as rumors of what? A stock market crash may be coming. What's it talking about, Zephaniah? Okay, a crashing in the gates. All right, what is this talking about? Major, the transaction of the dollar. Okay, the stock markets, the losing the value of the money. There's going to have to be something that replaces the known currency, because the US, we're not just saying, hey, the ruble, okay? The ruble is, no, we're talking about the Federal Reserve currency, you see? And what are they using to replace it? Amazon Palm Pay. So this is just right now. What's that getting you ready for? To get used to buying and selling with your body part. All right, because that's exactly what John saw, was people buying and selling with their body parts. Okay, it says Walgreens debut 2-hour contactless delivery. Dickie's piloting AI-driven consumer experience for Chinese shoppers. DC Market deploys GoTab orders payment platform. What else do we got? Oh, look, EU. NATO and EU, the beast, mark of the beast. Who's the beast? NATO and the EU. Startup debuts produce recognition software to smart stores. And fun fact, the word smart means painful. Okay, the word smart means painful. And actually, I kind of like this website. I might keep it up because it's basically, it looks like a synopsis of, it says bank customer experience between this time period, and it's got everything. So, hey, this is something you want to keep an eye on. And it makes sense why the elder Pastor Har always says, keep your eye on the money, because you got to keep your eye on the little ball that's growing to the big ball, and under what? The snowball effect. So let's see. Let's get a precept real quick just to keep it rolling. Okay, let's go here. And let's actually go to Matthew 24, because it's going to prove a point, which actually we could even go to Luke 21, because it says these things must come to pass. So let's go there. You have to understand things must come to pass. Look, a good example. And you're an Israelite now, right? But what had to come to pass was what? Elijah. Elijah had to come, who we know and believe through faith, all right, is Abba Bivens, okay? And that opened up what you know as Israelite, so-called Negroes, okay, for the most part, because it says, I will save the tents of Judah first. Those men early on, okay, in the 60s, going into what? The New Testament, you see? So that had to happen to lead to us today as what scoffers call us, the One Westers, right? But that had to happen. That was a necessary step to the major prophecy of what? Great fear shall fall upon them when they see us standing on our feet. So that's one thing too. You got a lot of Jakes that don't, take into consideration, because there's a lot of Israelites that have woken up, and there's a lot of Jakes that are teaching. But there's one thing I noticed is there's not a lot of reverence when it comes to giving double honors, or understanding the men that had to come before you, just like what Yahweh Shai. You see, so there's a lot of things that had to take place for us to be in the position we are today. And that's just a small example, but a major one. All right. So because it says, I shall send you Elijah before the dreadful day. You see, so that has happened. And now look at, fast forward to today, us as young men, even young women learning, and understanding this truth. Now, let's see, what do I want? This, you know what? I'll read this first, and then I guess I will have to. Oh, no, 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 no. I'll start up. All right, I'll start up. This is Luke 21:7, and they asked him, saying, Master, do I want that? Yep. And it says, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, the anointed, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass. See? So there's necessary steps to prophecy, and we have to understand that in this walk. And if you do, then patience possesses your soul, which actually, let's get that 19. Luke 21:19. And your patience possesses ye your souls. You see, that's why we can't get too, too hasty. Okay, we can't get too hasty with that. Now, yes, we're hastening the coming of our Lord and Savior, but we are being patient. It says it is good that a man should both quietly hope and wait for the Lord. Now, what does that mean? That you can't speak? No, it just you're ruling your spirit. Okay, you're ruling your spirit, and we have our moments where we get excited. And even seeing certain little things like that, it's like beautiful. Amazon Go Palm payment now in the Big Apple. That's a major thing because New York City is a major key player in the Virgin Daughter of Babylon. So that should show you. And I was reading, they're going other places too. Okay, they're going to be going to warehouses, other retail stores, and guess what? We're going to go to Matthew 24. If there wasn't a pestilence, would there have been an Amazon Go? And I'm going to say no, because Amazon Go is now stepping in where the middle class would have been, and they might have not accepted it right away. But now that they're desperate, they're broke, they're dwindling. They're gonna what? The elites have drawn people dry, wringed them completely out, and hanged them up. And now he's got them wanting the grovel to come back. But now they're going to have to follow this new system. Now they're going to have to get with the program. See, they would have been more reluctant if one of the signs of Yahushai's return didn't happen, which is a pestilence, which we already should know, right? If that didn't happen, then the middle class, they were like, we don't need you. I'm doing fine. I got my community love, my neighborhood love, but because they've been drawn out, because they've been locked in, because they've been locked down, because these things have taken place, now they're in a desperate situation, because either they're going to file for bankruptcy and give it up, or they're going to lay down with the system and accept the new way of things. You see? But all these, it says, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. You see? So the end is not yet, but we are witnessing what? Necessary steps leading towards the end. That's even a good title. We are witnessing necessary steps leading towards the end. And I got one more. Just be patient, Bubble Kusha. I got one more article and I want to show you what I mean. So let's go to Matthew 24. And we already know 3. And he sat upon the Yahushai, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Now, let's jump down to 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Remember, now when you go into this word rumors, it also goes into threat. You need threats before a fight. You know, you like even in school, there's rumors. Hey, he said he was going to do this. Hey, he said he was going to do that. And then by the time you guys see each other, you know, it's on site. But those rumors had to take place. You see, like right now, rumors are taking place. You had the U.S. Coast Guard fire 30 warning shots at nine attack Iranian boats. Okay, they're called like attack boats or something. There was 9 of them charging at the U.S. Coast Guard, and they let off 30 warning shots. That's a lot of warning shots. So you gotta look at that spiritually and see the Lord has got tension rising. You're not just gonna have the things are happening outside of Babylon, okay? Outside of CNN, there's actual things on ground level that are taking place that is ultimately leading up to what we're telling you. But I just felt this lesson would be edifying because you understand the dynamics of prophecy, okay? Just like with us going into slavery, there had to have been 70 AD, okay? Yahushua basically reiterated what happened in Daniel under the Greeks was going to happen again with the Romans when you see the abomination of desolation. What led to what? Us fleeing to the mountains. Was what majority of us went where? Okay, or a good portion went where? To what you know as Africa, and at that, the West Coast. But if 70 AD didn't happen, and Yahushua didn't warn that prophecy, and we didn't flee, then Esau could have came to the West Coast to pick us up to fulfill Deuteronomy 28 and 68 to bring us here. You see? So it's all a beautiful woven blanket of prophecy, which each weave in and out is a historical event. So history takes place for prophecy to come to pass. How beautiful is that? This is why you also have to know history, you know? And it says, where am I? 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. See? So things have to come to pass. You have to see a system of biometric payment being pushed. You can't just buy and sell if you don't have the equipment for it to be scanned to buy or to sell. So they're showing you the equipment that can actually be capable of scanning a body part for you to buy or sell. Necessary steps to major prophecies. And this is what we're witnessing. So seeing Amazon go, all right, that should be like, yes, we're a step closer. We're a step closer. Okay. Let's see what else I want. It says, but the end is not yet, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences. See, without this happening, you wouldn't have more people in a contactless payment, not wanting to touch. So it's all beautiful. And earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So what are we in? We are in the beginning of sorrows. Now that I said all that, I have one more example to show you. And I believe that will conclude this lesson. So we're going to go to the 1611 version because we got to go into 2nd Esdras. All right. We got to go into 2nd Esdras. And if I'm not mistaken, it's the 15th chapter. Let me find my place before we dive into the article. Okay, jump down. Yep, this is what I want. Okay, so now let's go to Google Chrome. Now we said that, okay, Amazon Palm Pay. All right, biometric payment. That's what the marking of the beast is. It's a biometric payment. Now look at this one. This is another prophecy, another small step to a major prophecy. Look at this. NC House votes to end state's pistol permit system. Permitless carry of handgun in Texas nearly law. Okay. South Carolina poised to join 45 other states that allow gun owners to carry openly in public. What are these three? What bells should be ringing off in your mind when you see this? They're making it very, very easy for an American citizen to purchase and carry a sword. And what prophecy shall come to mind? Well, let's get it, okay? Because how is this going to take place? 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Now, does that mean they're just going to wake up one day and a magical Persian sword's going to be in their hand? No, because first of all, the sword, or the modern day sword now, is what? The gun. Okay, so this is literally an example to show you how you're going to see that you're going to have your average people that when it got a gun, now they're buying guns, and now they're making it easier for them to get guns, which is also going to lead to this prophecy coming to pass, because hey, people gonna have to get guns. Okay, now yes, Esau has them, but more people are having them because they're getting ready to make their move on their own people. Okay, because this one people shall stand up and fight. What do you think that is? That's going to be a declaration of independence. Okay, a revolt. People are going to revolt against their government because their government is going to come crashing in on them when the draconian laws get pushed. When the citizens' walls are back, when the citizens' backs are against the wall, okay, they're going to have to attempt to cut their way out, and they're going to do that with the modern sword, which is the gun, which we're seeing right here, a vibration being pushed where they're allowing them. Because I remember growing up, I'm not into guns. All right, that's my personal. That's just how I feel. But when you see this, you immediately say in the spirit, "Oh, they're making it easier for people to get guns." Because when I was a child, that was one of the hardest things I remember people attempting to get and couldn't. All right, is what? A gun. Even in the movie Strapped, you had the Edomite who was selling guns out the back of his trunk because Jake couldn't just easily get guns. Then you had Jake going to Atlanta, if my memory serves me correctly. I'm speaking about in the movie, and they would have just a Jake that was a citizen. He would get them the guns, and then they would take it back to New York. You see, so you're seeing an open market of an easier attempt to get your modern day sword, which is a gun, which the Bible speaks about a prophecy of people having swords in their hands. So you can easily see how it's easier now, all right, to get your ass a sword. So people are now doing that. Okay, people are now doing that. Bill allowing people 21 and older to conceal carry without permit breezes through House. See, it breezes through the House. Texas Senate begins work on permitless carry gun bill. So if you don't need oh look, Jake got a little too excited. So if you don't need to go through these necessary steps, that means anyone can carry a sword. You see, House OK is doing away with purchase payment to buy handguns. See, they're making it easier for you to purchase a sword because we are living in a time of Esdras, and there is a time in Esdras where one people are going to stand up to fight against another with what? Swords. And why are they going to have these swords? Because it's easily accessible now. Okay, at one point it wasn't, but now it is. And that's going to lead to what? The brother posted the beautiful precept. I'll probably get that, and I'll probably even end it off that. And Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Karkadash, Barakatam to you, brothers, and few sincere sisters tuning in. Shalom. Let's get this beautiful precept because this is coming to pass. Isaiah 19 and 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. You're seeing that now. There's a heavy talk of taking guns away. So are they giving guns out to prepare them to fight against them taking guns? Absolutely. See, necessary steps to prophecy. And this is why I was doing this lesson, just to show these quick examples. Okay, and that's the spirit, because they can't say a prophet hasn't been among them. We're breaking down current events to let you know what these current events are going to lead to. Okay, Isaiah 19 and 2, and I will set the Egyptians, who is Esau, against the Egyptians, who is Esau today. Fun fact, you even had the Greeks ruling in Egypt. That's why you have Alexandria, Egypt. And now you fast forward to today, okay, we're in the new Egypt, the house of bondage, and that's America. And it says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, which there's more precepts that should be coming to mind, city against city and kingdom against kingdom, which kingdom against kingdom is ultimately what? World War III. You see? So look at how these necessary steps are leading up to major prophecies. And I just wanted to touch on it through the Spirit. I saw it yesterday, and then I saw some last night, and the Wadi Abash Mashai for putting on my spirit to be able to do that lesson. So Lord's will, you brothers and few sisters were edified and moved through the Spirit as I was. Continue to watch, continue to pray, continue to endure, all right, because things are happening on a major, major level, but understand that they got to happen on a ground level first before it snowballs into a major event. And it's happening right before our eyes. The seed of prophecy has been planted. We are witnessing it grow. So I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well, who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. And with that being said, Shalom.